guys. I was fiddling with my hair. It's just kind of doing its own thing right now. Just part of the process. It just once it starts to try to lock, it just starts doing whatever it wants to do. But welcome to Sweet Truth Thursday. I have been itching to talk to you guys today. I almost went ahead and did a recording because today is my daddy's birthday. Happy birthday, daddy! And we went over and we celebrated with him for a little while, but I didn't like the recording that I did initially to upload for you guys. So I said I would just go ahead and get on live um, and talk to you instead. So for Sweet Truth Thursday, I went to Copeland's today. Anybody that knows me knows that cheesecake is my favorite, dessert. I don't care what type of cheesecake it is. It can be um, pecan pie cheesecake, chocolate cheesecake, red velvet cheesecake, which is still chocolate cheesecake but red. But anyway, so I went today and I got the cookies and cream cheesecake, and it is so good. Let me see if I can show you guys. It's still in the packaging. Wait, there it is. Huh? And it comes with whipped cream and chocolate. I'm not big on pouring wet chocolate on my stuff, but it is delicious. I already had started eating on it. So that's our sweet for Sweet Truth Thursday. So let's get to the truth of things tonight. So I decided tonight to talk about something that comes up a lot with me as a newly, married woman. I don't still consider us newlyweds. I guess I never really did because we've known each other since we were 14 and 15 years old. We just ended up reconnecting. But I get asked a lot, how's married life going? And that first year, it about drove me crazy. How's married life? And I know that's just what people say because they know just got married. And towards the end of that year, I got to pretty much like, well, he's alive and I'm still alive, so I guess we're doing okay. Well, I wanted to talk about it because a lot of times people envision something very different when it comes to marriage. Marriage is beautiful. Let me say this all first so that you don't get it twisted. Marriage is beautiful. Um, my husband is great. We get along great, and it was the best decision I could have made. And I hope he feels the same way. However, we have this joke that we're always telling because we were watching this comedian and he was talking about, being married and he was, working the crowd, of course. And he said, hey, get yourself one of them things you call a wife. They are not for the weak at heart. And of course, my husband finds it hilarious, because I'm sure that, as he says, I drive him. But that's true. And it's not just true on the behalf of the man getting a wife, it's true for the woman having a husband. Marriage is not for the weak at heart. Okay. If you think that getting married is all sunshine and happy times and great sex all the time, and that's just all marriage is, I'm telling you right now that you're setting yourself up for failure. Okay. Somebody's watching, it's like, well, you ain't even been married 5 years. Okay, true. However, I have been married before, and so has my husband. And that's how we knew for sure that marriage is not for the weak at heart. It takes a lot of commitment to every single day decide that this sanction of love is worth every bit of effort that you put into it. Okay. Now, there are certain things that, yes, no, you should not be going through in your marriage, but you need to understand that it's not going to always be like butterflies and, you know, however that initial, I call it euphoria that you have. Um, it's not always like that. Sometimes I, wake up and I'm like, you really get on my nerves today. And I'm sure that there are days that come up where he's like, oh, she's really getting on my nerves today. But it's so much more. So let me help you. We as women a lot of times are brought up to believe that love is a fairy tale. Okay. My mom would always tell me that I was in love with being in love, but it's so much more than that. If you don't have a mate that is willing to accept you for who you are, good, bad, ugly, I mean, when I say completely just naked, and when I say naked, I don't mean just, physically naked. I mean emotionally raw, naked, accept you. My husband will tell you when we first started officially dating again, and I was like, okay, I'll be your girlfriend. But let me tell you these things about me so you can decide whether you really want to be my man, you know. And I went down a list of things about me. I didn't have to tell him the good things. He already knew those things, obviously. But I wanted to reiterate to him those things that may not be, all sunshine and roses. Okay. And so I went down this list. I started with I'm spoiled, I'm bossy, I'm used to having my way, I can be very stubborn. I went down a whole list of things, and one of those things, and I really don't want to do nothing, because I had an unhealthy relationship, you know, in my first marriage. So I just was like, oh, I just don't want to do that, again. And I went down that rundown of things, and the only thing that my husband, with his sweet self, all he heard was, "Oh, we're official now." All the other stuff went out the window. But he does know the real me. You know what I'm saying? That is the most awesome thing about, being married. Having someone that loves you for you and just point blank you, it's not for show. And it's not for the weak at heart. Man, there are days where you're like, you're just worn out from, because it has to be done on purpose. Forget the wedding, forget all that stuff. People get all in an uproar about a beautiful wedding and all that stuff. Forget that. That's only for a moment. I spent 6 months planning a wedding and it was over with in less than 30 minutes, probably. You know what I'm saying? That's not the important part. And you have got to have a spiritual foundation that you both agree on. You have to be friends. And you have to have a mutual respect for each other. And you have to make sure that you're not trying to mirror anybody else's relationship. Your relationship is your relationship. It's between y'all. Keep people at your business and all this sort of stuff. And sometimes agree to disagree. There's a lot of things that we do not agree on around here. It's like, okay, I don't agree with you, and you're not never going to agree with me on it. And that's okay. It's okay. But, I just think it's important that people, because in it, and I was included in this when I was single. Oh, I just can't wait till the Lord sends me my husband. All I want is a husband. I want my husband. And he did that. He sent me exactly what I prayed for. But I would be remiss not to say, make sure that you're ready and prepared for the work you have to put into a marriage. I see people say marriage ain't work, it ain't hard. They lying. That's not true. It is. You're getting two different individuals together to make one. If that don't sound like a hard task, we're team. We're a team, and we have different strengths. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like for instance, my husband is very neat. You know, he folds stuff like he'll fold clothes straight out the dryer. He's like a unicorn. It's like okay. Whereas me, I was fine with fishing stuff out the basket. If he when he gets out the bed, he wants the bed made up right away. Me, I'm good. I don't have to do that. But I love to cook, and Um, I don't mind cleaning. A lot of things that a lot of women say, now we're so liberated. I'm good with that. I'm good with my girly duties. Long as you don't think I'm gonna fold some clothes up or put up stuff. We have differences, but we work as a team. There are things that he's knowledgeable about that I'm not, and vice versa. We're a team. And I just want to say, when you're praying for your husband, pray for yourself as well. And if you're praying for a wife, pray for yourself as well. Because after you're blessed with your mate, I promise you, it's not for the weak. It's not for the weak at heart. My favorite couples are not perfect couples. They are people that have a story that is so amazing, the things that they've been through and the things that they have endured as a couple. Those are my favorite couples. When I hear their stories, I'm like, this is awesome. And you stayed and you worked through it. One, I seen somebody, I can't remember what it was, but it was a celebrity, and they were saying, they asked them how they sustained their marriage. They said, we made up our mind that wasn't nobody going nowhere. And me and my husband, we say that, okay, ain't nobody going nowhere. So we might as well, we need to work through this particular situation. We need to work on communicating or whatever else we need to do because this is it. We here. We gonna be in this thing. So that's what I wanted to talk about on this Sweet Truth Thursday. If you have comments, please leave them below. If you have questions, let me know. If there's something on Sweet Truth Thursday that you want to talk about and that you want to hear me talk about, let me know. I hope you guys have a great night. We are almost to Friday. I hope that you're all caught up on my videos. If you haven't already, please subscribe to Shay Cherie on YouTube. Follow me on Instagram. I'm on Shay Cherie on Instagram as well. And um, the Memoirs of Imperfect Christian is my page on Facebook. Follow me there. But just to kind of get all, if you want to see all the videos, YouTube is going to be the spot where everything is at. All right, you guys, I'll be uploading some more videos this weekend. I hope you enjoyed this Thursday. See you later.